Alright, guys, so we're back. In this video, we'll follow on through with our previous video. We will discuss the HTML, which is like the plate served to the customer at the restaurant. So here is the structure. First, we will discuss block elements and inline elements. Second, block elements examples. And then third, inline element examples. Fourth is div and article. And then fifth is comment. So this is just like the basic of HTML. There's a lot more, such as adding an audio or video on the screen. So first, how do we create an HTML? So basically, this is a basic example of an HTML. Show you guys. Yeah, so this is the structure with there's a doc type at the top of the HTML, and then there's an HTML tag. There's a less than and greater than before and after the HTML, and then on the closing tag, there's a forward slash. Yeah, I don't know forward slash or backward slash, but yeah, everything here inside this is read as an HTML by the browser. So there's a rules, and the basic is the block elements and the inline elements. So the block elements is creates a new line on the page. So example of that is H1 and then H2 until H6. So it creates a new line on the page. So let's try here. My first web page, and then this is a subheading. As you can see, guys, that's on a different line. So that's one of the examples of block elements. And then inline elements. So inline elements is on the same line. So inline elements examples are like the image or EM. So I'll show you guys an example on the blogging app that I created. So here EM, so EM is and then strong is one of the example. It emphasizes the text in the same line. It doesn't create a new line on the website. Okay, so yeah, so that's the examples, and then the div and article. So I want to emphasize this because it's so useful. Div separate the component on a web page. So for example, this div on my blogging website, div, see here. So the like button, so it's in a separate division with. So basically, it's a separate component on the web page. it allows you to design component. For example, this like button on my website here, it's a separate component like that, and then it's a separate from this publish. So you're gonna see the division on this code. So the division for that, so here's the like button, and then this is the P. So P is also block elements, so it also separate with the new line. So you can see it's a separate div. And then the article, so it separate the articles on the web page. So here, here's the start of the article of my. Here's the closing tag of the article, and then this is the initial. So this is the post component of my website, and then yeah, and then I just want to give another uh, high level overview because I think it's really helped to understand how the full stack development works. So here, whenever we want to create a web page, we usually start with the UI mockup. So we will discuss that later on CSS topic, but basically you will visualize what your website will look like before you even create it. So you start with the end in mind. So this is the create post component. This is the create post component um, or code. And this is the post filter and post sorting and then post. So the post that we saw earlier, the code for that, the one that we divide, is actually this code. So it has like, and then it has like the publish and division. So this is the post component. So what I did here is the JavaScript or the React and then the CSS and HTML all are all included in one code on the post.gsx. So there guys, I just want to emphasize the basics, the learning of basics, because this is essential and this still is widely used on the web application today. So, and then last thing I want to show is, I actually want to show how to um, set up a development environment for our full stack web app. So basically, on this website, I use Docker to contain on the back end, and then I use Node.js npm. So basically, those deserves their entire topic. But if you guys are wondering how I set up this development environment and then check um, the full stack website, I do this. I open a terminal. Let's see. You delete. So here's the trash can is how you delete that terminals. So if you're wondering about the terminal, guys, terminal is another way to like create a separate computer or like a separate chef that will handle the entire component of a website. So if we want to run the chef on the back end. So we go to cd backend and then npm run dev. So it will run the. But before we do that, we need to um, start the database. So remember, guys, the system designed for database. Database is actually the data stored that we post on our blogging website. So data, we will discuss that in the next video as well. And then after that, you create the terminal for that. You create another terminal on the front end. So now you don't need to go to the back end because we're on the front end. And then npm run dev. So npm is one of the command for Node.js, and then control and then click, and then you'll see the development environment. So we simulate the blogging up, the live blogging up for us to develop and add new features such as this, like or share, or like later we can add like a sign up, or we can add a feature that will allow us to detect the location and the device. Yeah, there you go, guys.